professionals, because you're here representing, and I know you're going to do it really, really well. I wanted to say a few things about Carnival and what I think Carnival means to London in the context of a couple of other, perhaps less joyous moments in the history of this country. So Carnival for me has been a feature of my life since I was a teenager, and my extended family. My kids are coming tomorrow, God help me, on their own, because they're that age now. And it's always been something joyous that was very London, very precious. I mean, it is in West London, and I'm in South London, and I was reminded that that is God's country really, because we've got a lot of people from Croydon out there. But nonetheless, I think you should make the trip up there, because there's something about Carnival that I think could only happen in London. And that's the joyous coming together of people of every kind to sing, to dance, to eat, to be together, and that's what it's always been for me. And that stands, I think, as a very strong note against the nonsense we saw in this country in the summer. Yeah? This party, what we're doing, opening ourselves up, stands against that. And the London Fire Brigade has always stood against that. Regardless of our own challenges, the fact that we need to do better, that we need to be more welcoming, London Fire Brigade has always stood against that. The racism, the fascism, the nonsense we saw, and London stands against it. So it's very, very important to me that Carnival stands in that stead as well. And then finally, standing here and driving here over the Westway, I can't help but every time I come here to think of that night, you know, over 7 years ago, June the 14th, when I turned up on the incident ground and saw what I believe was the greatest institutional failure of this century, that said something about UK PLC that we should never forget, we should never excuse, and we have to, as LFB, as one of the organisations at the centre of that great tragedy, Grenfell, we have to recognise as a benchmark, as a time to change, as a time to make sure that people who live on housing estates are listened to, that we recognise that Carnival, as much as it is a story of celebrating London, I'm afraid Grenfell is a story of ignoring people. It's a story of race and of class and of disrespect. And there is a great burden on this organisation as one of the last great working class institutions in this country to open its doors and recognise that of all the organisations involved, we are closer to the community, and therefore we hold a responsibility to make sure that we really abide by what we think is at the centre of what we represent. And there is no better way, as much as this is a party and a celebration, there is no better way for Carnival and our involvement in it to say we are here, we stand with you, we are London, and we're taking ourselves forward. So I think I've said enough. I just want you to have an amazing day. I'm really excited by the kids and how they're dressed up. I can't wait. So I think Jacinta, I'm about to introduce, she gave me such a stern look when I tried to ask her if she was ready to talk earlier. So I'm on my manners. I know she's done an amazing job, and I want to say a massive thank you to all the kids, and a big round of applause please for them.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Jacinta Martin. I'm the project manager of one of the oldest supplementary schools in Croydon. So we've been going 43 years. Woo! And thank you to LFP. Thank you very much for hosting our show today and looking after and providing the package. So thank you very much. And for Carnival this year, we're going to be telling a story. So the story is about Windrush, about the Caribbean and African generations that came over in the 50s and 60s. Then we go into the 70s and 80s with the Lovers Rock era. helping us every night to sew these costumes up until 2 o'clock every night. So thank you so much. Alison